Begin with the latest on the doctor fired from the Cleveland Clinic after posting anti-Semitic remarks on social media.
Laura Kolob was only with the clinic for 2 months before she was let go. But the tweets being brought to light now date back to 2011 and were posted as recently as late 2017. Kolob's public social media accounts have been deleted, but the posts are still around.
Arlena Lai joined us now with the tales of an ironic twist in the doctor's past and has a look at that organization that exposed those offensive tweets. Lena, good evening.
Good evening, guys. Yeah, it's a controversial website that documents people and groups promoting hatred on college campuses. It published Kolob's years-old tweets, and now a resident doctor is learning the hard way that adage, the internet is forever.
The canary in the coal mine has long been a metaphor for the persecution of a minority.
The website Canary Mission was the first to publicize explosive anti-Semitic tweets of Dr. Laura Kolob, a first-year resident at the Cleveland Clinic.
College campuses are filled with anti-Semitic and anti-American radicals.
The mission of Canary Mission to expose racists to potential employers.
These individuals are applying for jobs within your company.
The website published dozens of Kolob's tweets from 2011 when she was a student at John Carroll University to 2017, including destroy the homes of the Jews, end the lives of the Jews, and the most concerning, I'll purposely give all the Jews the wrong meds. The Cleveland Clinic issued a statement saying Kolob was fired in September after learning of the posts. She had served in the internal medicine program since July 2018. The clinic stressed that for first-year residents, multiple safeguards and direct supervision are required for patient care and prescribing medicine, and there are no reports of patient harm related to her work. WKYC tried to reach Kolob at her family's Westlake home, but no response. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Anti-Defamation League called it disturbing that a medical professional would threaten to give Jews the wrong medications on purpose and credited the clinic for decisive action and urged the state medical board to investigate.
We are Toro.
And Toro College in New York, where Kolob received her osteopathic medical degree, tweeted it was appalled by her comments. Ironically, the college prides itself for its Jewish tradition, founded by Rabbi Dr. Bernard Lander in 1970.
The state medical board keeps its investigations confidential, so we won't even know if there's an investigation unless any disciplinary action is taken. It is important to note that she has a medical training license, which is only valid with the clinic, which fired her. So Kolob's future in medicine is clearly in jeopardy, Russ.
And we will stay on top of this, of course.
You bet.
Lena Lai in the newsroom. Thank you.